Have you ever finished a late dinner and felt unusually heavy, as if your whole body was working harder than it should? Have you ever woken up tired, even after a full night's sleep, wondering why your mornings feel slower than they used to? Or maybe you've felt your heart beat a little stronger at night, not painfully, but enough to make you pause for a moment. A patient of mine once shared something that stayed with me. He told me that every evening after a big dinner, he felt a strange pressure in his chest and a deep exhaustion that he blamed on aging. He believed it was simply a part of getting older, nothing to worry about. But later, we learned that his heavy dinners were quietly placing extra strain on his heart, forcing it to work overtime during the exact hours when it should have been resting. His story changed the way he saw his habits, and it reminded me how often subtle signals are easy to overlook. I want you to imagine this with me. Your heart is one of the hardest working organs in your body. It beats more than 100,000 times a day. It carries you through joy, pain, stress, and change. Yet at night, when it should be resting and recovering, a heavy meal can make it feel as if it's running uphill. Seniors digest food more slowly, circulation becomes weaker, and the heart must push harder to support the digestive process. What looks like a simple dinner actually becomes a quiet burden on a heart that has already served you faithfully for decades. As we age, metabolism slows, arteries lose flexibility, and nighttime circulation becomes more fragile. When the stomach is overloaded late in the day, the heart takes on far more work than it should. That's why so many seniors feel discomfort, pressure, or restlessness after evening meals without realizing the true reason behind it. This video is here to help you understand how late dinners raise heart stress and how a few gentle changes can protect your health. Stay with me, subscribe to Senior Health Daily for more guidance, and in the next part, we'll explore why nighttime meals affect your heart more than most people ever imagine. Why heavy dinners harm seniors more than they realize. When we talk about heart safety after 60, most people think about cholesterol, blood pressure, or exercise. Very few imagine that the size of their dinner could silently be working against them. Yet for many seniors, a heavy meal late in the day becomes a hidden burden, one that the heart must quietly carry long after the plates are cleared and the lights are turned off. As we age, digestion naturally slows. The muscles in the stomach and intestines move more gently, and the body takes longer to break down food. This isn't a flaw. It's simply the body conserving energy the way an experienced traveler conserves movement. But when dinner is large, rich, or eaten too late, digestion demands more blood to the stomach than usual. This sets off a chain reaction. Blood is rerouted away from the heart and other vital organs to support the digestive tract. For younger people, this shift might not feel dramatic, but for older adults, circulation doesn't adapt as quickly, making the heart work harder to maintain balance. Many seniors interpret this strain as just getting tired, especially after dinner. They feel heavy, sluggish, or mildly short of breath. Some feel their heart beating harder, but brush it off. I've seen patients who describe nighttime palpitations that happened only after big meals. One man told me he noticed his heart pounding when he lay down after dinner, but he assumed it was simply a normal part of being 70. When we asked him to try lighter evening meals, that pounding completely disappeared within a week. Heavy dinners don't just fill the stomach. They burden a heart that is already doing its best to support the body through the natural transitions of aging. And the truth is, most people don't realize how connected dinner habits are to nighttime heart stress until they change something and feel the difference for themselves. In the next part, we'll look more closely at what happens inside the body after a heavy dinner and why nighttime eating places such unexpected pressure on the heart. Nighttime eating and heart strain. If you've ever felt your heart beat a little harder after a late meal, you're not imagining it. The heart truly does work harder at night when the stomach is overloaded. The body is designed to wind down as evening approaches. Hormones shift, breathing slows, and the nervous system transitions into rest mode. But digestion requires the opposite. It demands activation, energy, circulation, and pressure. At night, the vagus nerve slows down. This nerve, which plays a major role in digestion, signals the body to relax. The digestive system becomes less active, almost like a household settling into quiet after a long day. When we eat heavy food late at night, we disrupt that natural slowing. The stomach struggles to break down food efficiently, and in response, the body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to force the digestive system to stay alert. This is why late dinners can cause your heart to work overtime. Instead of resting and repairing, the heart must increase its pumping power to redistribute blood to the gastrointestinal tract. Blood pressure naturally rises after a large meal because the heart is responding to increased demand. For some seniors, this change feels like heat rising through the chest or a sudden wave of fatigue. For others, it feels like a pounding or fluttering heartbeat. Circulation also slows during sleep, which means blood can pool in the legs more easily if digestion is still active. This can make the heart pump harder to keep everything moving. When seniors combine heavy dinners with inactivity afterward, the strain becomes even greater. Sometimes people say, "But doctor, I've eaten big dinners my whole life." And that may be true, but the body at 60 or 70 is not the body at 30. What used to be manageable can now become a quiet challenge that builds up over time. In the next part, we'll explore the hidden risks of heavy meals at night and how they sometimes imitate heart problems so subtly that people confuse them for unrelated issues. Hidden risks of heavy meals at night. One of the biggest challenges with heavy night meals is that they create symptoms that mimic heart issues or even worsen existing ones. Acid reflux is a perfect example. When seniors eat a large meal and lie down shortly after, stomach acid can move upward into the chest. For some, this feels like burning. For others, it feels like chest pressure. It can even mimic the early sensations of a heart attack. I've had patients rush to the emergency room only to learn it was severe reflux triggered by late eating. Heavy dinners also lead to nighttime blood sugar spikes. Even seniors without diabetes experience sudden glucose rises if they eat starchy foods, sweets, or high-carb meals late in the evening. When blood sugar rises, inflammation increases, blood vessels tighten, and the heart must pump harder. This is why some older adults wake up in the middle of the night feeling their heart pound or notice shortness of breath. There is also the issue of swelling. When the body struggles to digest food, fluid retention becomes more common. Seniors may notice puffiness in the legs, ankles, or even fingers. They may wake up feeling unrested, bloated, or sluggish. Morning fatigue becomes normalized, but it often starts with what happens the night before. I remember a woman who told me she felt her heart race nearly every evening. After examining her habits, we realized she was eating her heaviest meals at night. Within a week of switching to lighter dinners, her nighttime palpitations nearly disappeared, and she said she felt like she had regained control over her evenings again. In the next part, we'll talk about why seniors, in particular, should avoid late meals, and how aging amplifies the effects of evening heaviness on the heart. Why seniors should avoid late meals. As adults age, their arteries naturally stiffen. Blood vessels lose some of their youthful elasticity, making it harder for them to expand and contract. This means the heart must push harder to move blood through the body, especially at night when circulation is slower. When seniors eat a large dinner late in the evening, that extra workload lands directly on a heart that has already spent the entire day supporting them. Slower metabolism also plays a major role. After age 60, food takes longer to break down. What a younger person might digest in a couple of hours can take a senior much longer. So when dinner is eaten late, digestion continues into the night, forcing the body to stay in a semi-alert state even as the mind tries to rest. This disrupts sleep patterns, increases inflammation, and reduces the heart's ability to repair itself during the night. Inflammation is especially important here because it is one of the invisible forces behind heart disease. Heavy meals increase inflammatory markers, and when that happens at night, the body cannot return to its natural baseline before morning. That creates a cycle where the heart never fully gets the restorative period it needs. In the next part, we'll explore the warning signs that your heart may be stressed from evening meals and how to recognize them before they become more serious. Warning signs the heart is stressed. After evening meals. One of the challenges with nighttime heart stress is that the signs are often subtle. Some seniors feel a strange pressure in their chest shortly after dinner. Others feel unusually hot, flushed, or restless. Waking up with a racing heart is another sign that the body is struggling to handle a heavy dinner. Sleep can also become interrupted. People may wake up multiple times for unclear reasons or feel like they never reach deep rest. In the morning, they may feel drained even after 8 hours in bed. Lower leg swelling is another clue. When the body struggles with digestion, fluid balance is affected. Gravity and sluggish circulation make swelling more noticeable at night. These symptoms might seem disconnected, but they're part of a clear pattern. When seniors learn to recognize them, they begin to see how strongly their dinner habits influence their heart's behavior. In the next part, we'll talk about everyday habits that quietly worsen nighttime heart stress and how small adjustments can offer big relief. Everyday habits that activate nighttime heart stress. It's easy to assume that only major lifestyle decisions affect heart health, but the truth is the smaller daily habits often matter even more. Many seniors naturally eat later because of their routines. They may snack, nap, watch television, and then have dinner at 8 or 9. Over time, this pattern increases nighttime stress. Some love big portions of pasta, rice, fried foods, or rich stews. Others enjoy desserts after dinner, or a glass of wine before bed. Eating quickly, lying down soon after a meal, and drinking most of the day's water at night are additional habits that quietly create strain. On their own, these habits might seem harmless, but combined, they place unexpected pressure on the heart. I've seen seniors who changed just 1 or 2 of these behaviors and felt noticeable relief. They slept better, experienced fewer palpitations, and felt lighter in the morning. In the next part, we'll go over the simple, realistic steps seniors can take to protect their heart at night and restore balance. How to protect heart safety at night. Protecting your heart at night isn't about drastic change. It's about gentle shifts that respect the body's needs. One of the most effective strategies is moving the largest meal of the day to lunchtime. Enjoying a lighter dinner in the evening gives the heart room to rest. Choosing lean proteins, vegetables, soups, and healthy fats helps digestion flow smoothly. Eating slowly allows the stomach to handle food without overwhelming pressure. Walking for 10 minutes after dinner activates circulation and improves glucose control. Avoiding lying down too soon after eating helps prevent reflux and reduces nighttime palpitations. Drinking most water earlier in the day supports proper hydration without burdening the heart at night. These habits reduce inflammation, prevent blood pressure spikes, support circulation, and allow the heart to enter a restorative state overnight. In the next part, we'll talk about how powerful these changes can be emotionally and physically. Emotional empowerment for seniors. One of the things I love most about working with older adults is their resilience. Seniors have lived through challenges, loss, change, and growth. Your heart is incredibly adaptable. It responds quickly to kindness, consistency, and care. Nighttime peace is a beautiful gift you can give to your heart. When the body rests well, the mind becomes clearer, mornings feel lighter, and energy returns. Changes don't need to be dramatic. Even a single lighter meal can make the heart feel supported. It's never too late to reclaim your evenings, your rest, and your sense of ease. If these insights help you understand your body more clearly, I'd love for you to subscribe so you never miss new guidance that supports your heart and your health. If this message resonates with you, a like helps it reach more seniors who need it. And if someone in your life struggles after heavy dinners, sharing this video could make a real difference for them. As we come to the end of our time together today, I hope you can feel how each small piece of understanding we explored fits together. Heavy dinners may seem simple, even harmless, but they quietly place strain on the heart at a time when your body should be resting. And yet, the moment we become aware of this hidden stress, something powerful happens. We step into a place of control. Heart safety is rooted in clarity, not fear. When we understand what our bodies are trying to tell us, we can finally respond with care instead of worry. Take a moment to appreciate your heart. It has carried you through decades of joy, hardship, laughter, loss, love, and change. It has stayed with you through sleepless nights, stressful moments, and beautiful victories. This heart of yours has been endlessly faithful. It deserves gentleness, it deserves patience, and it deserves choices that help it feel safe and supported. The encouraging truth is that healing doesn't require perfection. It begins with simple shifts, a lighter dinner, an earlier mealtime, a short walk in the evening, a moment of awareness before choosing what goes on your plate. Every small step sends a message to your heart. I'm taking care of you now. You are so much stronger than you think. Your heart is more capable of healing than you may realize, and you are never walking this journey alone. Senior Health Daily is here with you, guiding you, supporting you, and reminding you of your strength every step of the way. If this message brought you clarity or comfort, I would truly love for you to subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Wishing you peace, gentle evenings, clear mornings, and a heart that feels calm, protected, and deeply cared for.